it seems like we as humans are in, like, just naturally speaking, are increasing our consumption with time. We consume more and more. Just normal people like you and I, right?
True,
Consume
true,
more food, clothing, shelter, whatever may be the environmental situation.
true.
But we are also regularly told that resources are limited in the world. There are just limited resources, and it looks like we are increasing consumption. How can this paradox be resolved? Like, it seems to be like two opposing powers pulling against each other.
Mhm.
Is this going to continue? If it continues, what is going to happen? It seems to be nebulous.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, so the way I see it, I think there are two problems in the way we live. One is our worldview per se, which is about we believe that the more material things we have, we will have a happier life, a better life. So there is a problem with our worldview itself where we have not really understood our needs. I think that we have two kinds of needs. We have material needs and we have psychological needs. Psychological needs like love, belonging, a sense of self-worth, a sense of contribution to society, what are possibly the higher order needs on the Maslow's hierarchy, for example. I think humans have not figured good ways to meet the higher order needs, and we are trying to fulfill these needs via material consumption. So that is one reason that we continue to have a maybe we don't feel fulfilled, maybe we don't have self-esteem, we don't have self-worth, but we try and fill it with perhaps a bigger house, a bigger car. That is one driver why humanity seems to be yearning more consumption. But I feel this is compounded in our system by an economic system which also needs to continuously sell more. So
Hmm.
capitalism, as they say, can sell anything, but it can't sell less. So it is actually capitalizing on this problem of ours that we as unfulfilled individuals are seeking fulfillment, and the system wants to sell more. So if you look at most of our ads, I mean, a motorcycle ad would be selling freedom. The Airtel ad would be selling connection and belonging. So this increase in consumption is coming from two fault lines, a faulty economic system, and I will say a faulty worldview. And absolutely correct that the planet has finite resources. So it can't go on like this. I think we need to kind of sort both these quandaries if we really need to move towards a world with balanced consumption or ecological harmony. So we also, as individuals, need some elements of what could be called a shift in consciousness or personal transformation, where we are able to differentiate between our material and psychological needs. And once we because psychological needs are not to be fulfilled by material things. If we were to find real sources of self-esteem, self-worth, contribution to the world, automatically our material needs will right size. So that is one part. But of course, we need to also fix the economic system. Otherwise, in some way or the other, it will try to push us into consumption, whether it's through advertisements or through ads. One of my favorite jokes is also like that earlier there used to be two kinds of people, the haves and the have nots. And now we have the haves, the have nots, and the have not paid for what they have. So if you look at capitalism, it's not just advertisements, but this whole debt based selling is also a kind of a. So I think I would say that we can't sort out this resource problem, this problem of trying to live within a finite planet, unless we address both these fault lines. That would be my take.
Has there ever been a society with fulfilled psychological needs? I guess my question is, there is certain, like, just on a scientific level, there can be certain assumption, right? A psychological need, when met, will reduce need for consumption. And I guess because I'm very benchmark oriented, right? If there is a society that has shown this fulfilled psychological need, then we can go and study, we can understand that better. Is there
Hmm.
any example to go to further your claim, to further this point?
So, one, I'm not like a super historian, nor do I think history has really been able to I mean, beyond a certain point, we would not have records of certain societies. I don't know if there would ever have been societies like that, but I feel that to some extent, the thing that I'm talking about, we can see it in individuals around us. So it is possible that in some societies, we had a larger share of the population, which I'm just like guessing now here. It's all up in the air in that sense. But I feel we can see individuals whose material needs seem to be much more regulated and in control, perhaps because they have other better, let's say, larger sources of fulfillment in their lives on terms of whether feeling a sense of belonging, affection, love, sense of meaning, self-esteem. I think those are perhaps the best we can use as some kind of validators of the kind of hypothesis I'm putting forth.